Alright, hello YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well. Pulling up on the end of the week, and I will go ahead and early wish everybody a great weekend. We're training hard. We got two new guys that are going to go through what I call the gauntlet today, and as part of this, I don't like when I see failure, but when I see success, I thoroughly enjoy. What we do here, I'm not the guy that sits around and takes money and placates. I'll take guys in that want to learn, and they're either going to make it or they don't. So I try to run folks off in the beginning. Try everything I can, basically. Well, not everything I can, but here's what I do. I physically overwork the guy into oblivion. And I won't go into how I do that, but trust me, I do it. And the guys that make it through that first part, all the while they're going through that grueling process, which is usually the first week, maybe 2 weeks. If a guy's a little slower, he needs a little bit more help, or a little bit less conditioned and needs more help, not slower. Or somebody can be slower up here and not catching on as well. But what I do is, about the first week or two, I'll put these guys through a grueling, grueling physical hell. And in the process, here and there, I'll show how to dip, I'll show how to slip, I'll show something defensively, and I'll stop at one moment, a little fleeting moment in time, for about 3 to 5 minutes, and let the guy or guys practice that defensive drill. And I tell these guys, go home, get in the mirror, and shadow box this drill. It's very imperative, and I'll leave it at that. I'll go real quick on the importance of it, and I'll leave it at that. And that way I find out who's just coming to do what they do in the gym, or who's really applying themselves and working outside the gym. So generally the second week or so, going through this grueling physical process, then we go into what I call the gauntlet. And I'll take the best guy in the gym and put him up with that guy or guys. Generally it's plural, 2 or 3 guys will come at one time, and we'll bust them up in sparring. Now, when I say bust them up, not trying to knock their teeth out day one or nothing, but I mean physically giving them a whooping and showing them how serious this sport is. And that's lacking in these gyms today. Boxing is no joke. None of the combat sports are. You can die. And it's that dangerous, and deaths occur, and they generally come from stupidity, ignorance, and a loss of a train of thought by the fighter and those around the fighter, not thinking properly and not giving attention. So I demand the attention, and I show, and without fail, everybody in the beginning has the attention span of a damn gnat, but if they hang in there, they got the attention span of an elephant. So a lot of changes take place, but you can't get there if you got somebody lagging and pulling up the rear constantly. Now, you can have somebody that's lagging, and there's always somebody going to be at the rear, always. But that guy's either got to get up there in the pack, or he's just not going to make it. And I just simply refuse to work with somebody that doesn't have the capability or doesn't have the want or the willpower to dig deep, because I don't want to see nobody get hurt. And that's typically what happens to these guys. We've, over the past couple of years, I'll say, we've had broke nose, a couple of teeth knocked out, multiple cracked off teeth, busted lips, you name it. I don't know if this would be the technical term of it, but bruised kidneys, peeing a real dark, peeing blood, peeing blood in your urine, liver bruises, a couple of cracked ribs. That's what we do. We're not in this to play at it. So around us it's real serious, and this is why neither my son or no one with me are allowed to compete in league boxing here in the country where we're living right now. Is because we're too dangerous. And it's not that they hate us or dislike or anything like that. It's more of a they're in shock and awe thought as to what we're doing. And it's hard to see on the other side of this video how it is and the reality of it. But we're more serious than everybody that at least I'm running up on. And when we went back to the U.S. a couple of years ago, and Joe was fighting, and it was the same thing. It was a lack of what I call seriousness. Because the courage, and the courage comes through fear. The fear and handling the fear is courage. And nobody's really, all these psychological things are getting pushed to the wayside, and everybody's practicing 90% defense and 10% offense. Our philosophy's different. We are probably 80%, 85% offense, and the rest defense. And our offense is our defense. In 80 to 85% of the case, the offense and the destructive part of what we do is the defense. And I'm not seeing this in amateur boxing any longer. I'm not seeing it in professional boxing any longer. And one thing you rest assured around me, you're not going to see a fella get punched in the stomach and take a knee. Those things don't happen with us. Knock on wood. Am I saying we are the supreme most excellent in the world? No, because I can't measure that. I can't measure any of this. But what I can measure is what I hear, all my senses, what I can see, what I can hear, what is going on, what is truthfully happening, and relate that. So to you gym guys, get in the psychology of it, and you know full well if you are a boxing coach, trainer, teacher, whatever you want to label yourself, you can't make a YouTube video explaining these things, because each person, you need to come at from a different direction. And no one's psychology is totally equal to another's. And you have to, I guess what I'm trying to say, the psychological part of it is probably the most important part of it. Knowing who to push, how far to push them, and realizing that this sport is serious. It's dead serious. This is why I ask every person that comes to me, and Joe can attest to it, every person, I'll take somebody in for a week, a few days, and then I pop the question to them: why do you want to box? What is this about for you? What do you want to get out of this? And if they don't say get in the ring and compete, I'll say this ain't the place for you. You can go down here to Gym A or Gym B or Gym C, and you can get that all day long without getting your face bashed in. But around here you can't do that. We're not about that. So it's not trying to be ugly, egotistical, a mean person, or anything like that. It's actually showing man love. And the world and the boxing and combat communities at the local level, a lot of the time, seem to be lacking man love. And so that was just on my mind. I thought I'd put it out. I thought I'd talk about it a little bit, because we got a couple of guys today, and I told them, you're going to get knocked around pretty good tomorrow night. And if you don't come back. And I'll still be friends with you. Everything will be great. But if you don't come back. It's going to basketball, soccer, something else. Everybody's got their strengths and weaknesses, and people are different. So it's not an offense, but it always, this part of it is a part that I don't like when I see the failure end of it, which is really not failure if you think about it. It's really, this is not for me deal. And when I see it's not for this person or that person, it saddens me. It saddens me some, because I want it to be for everybody. I love it so I want others to love it as well. But it's a good thing about the good Lord made us, we're all a little different. We're all in our different families learn, and different strengths and different ways and different means and things of that sort. So I also want to tell you guys, I'm going to very soon, if not later today, probably tomorrow or over the weekend, I'm itching to do it, so it'll probably be later today. If not, I'm sure it'll be tomorrow. I'm going to put out some videos of the spooky, scary incidents in my life. And I got quite a few of them. And I'm that old, I got a few. I got quite a few of them. And I think some of these stories will spook you up for Halloween. And I'm going to go ahead and start them, because I think if I do about one a week, I'll have all the stories told. So stay tuned for that, because there's going to be a couple of Bigfoot incidents, Bigfoot type-ish incidents in there. I don't know that there's a Bigfoot, but there's going to be some scary in the woods stories. And I've got an alien story that probably happened with me and another kid when we were younger, when we were out at the edge of a field, that should knock your socks off too. So I got quite a few stories. I even got a spooky Big John Tate story. For those of you that don't know him, he was the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world. But I got a story with concerns with him too. So there'll be one spooky boxing story. So anyway, we love everybody. We hope everybody has a great ending to their week here. And I'll end this like I normally try to do. In here with us, we are family. And our one true King, and our King of Kings is Jesus Christ. And we hope you'll come around to our camp and that he'll be your King of Kings as well. And we hope everybody has a good day.